Still in local news, President's Counsel Ramesh De Silva submitted to the Court of Appeal today that there is no legal restriction to challenge the orders given by judges appointed by the President. This was submitted when the case pertaining to the second court-martial hearing against Sarath Fonseca was taken up before the court today.
I vehemently condemn the attack carried out on the editor of the Udayan newspaper. How can an editor be attacked without the knowledge of the government where there is such an army and police presence in Jaffna? The Jaffna commander is not strong. This petition has been filed seeking a writ order to quash the prison sentence given by the second court-martial against Sarath Fonseca. President's counsel Ramesh De Silva, replying to the submissions made by the respondents' counsel, said that immunity given to the president by the constitution is not a barrier to quash the sentence given by the court-martial. He further submitted that his client has filed this petition not to challenge the constitution but to quash the unfair decision that had been given by the court-martial. Ramesh De Silva went on to say that despite the respondent party arguing that this petition and the petition filed before the Court of Appeal is similar, it is not true. He further pointed out that there are differences in the earlier petition and the present petition, and the relief being sought is also different. It is indiscipline when police officers harmed parliamentarians, Palithavara Peruma. Furthermore, a senior police officer in Colombo is also trying to inconvenience supporters who visit me. We will get an opportunity to remove their coats. We will get an opportunity to remove the coats of corrupt police officers, not yours but others. A media briefing was convened by the United National Party today. UNP parliamentarian Dayasri Jayasekar expressed these views in response to a newspaper article. We protected the families of LTT leaders, and our military will not in any way kill terrorists who surrendered. This was stated by Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Isn't this and the white flag incident two different subjects, or is it one issue? I would like to pose this question. They are trying to prove from the white flag case that Sarath Fonseca had said that individuals who surrendered to the army were killed. This statement alone is sufficient to release Sarath Fonseca. I believe that he had made a very good statement. I respect him for that. I urge him to make the same statement before courts.
Another public seminar on the right to information was held in Kurunegala yesterday.
The public seminar was organized at the YMBA Hall in Kurunegala. During the seminar, discussions were held on the Right to Information Bill that was presented to Parliament. A group including UNP parliamentarian Iran Wickramaratne was present at the event.
When this bill was brought forward, it was dismissed. At least even a debate was not held in this regard. That implies that Sri Lanka does not have the right to information. This was dismissed thinking that the public in this country will accept anything that is dished out by the rulers. The rulers think that we are a herd of cows. We are not cows. We oppose the conduct of the government when it tries to destroy this human right. Our right to information is being taken away shamelessly. India promised to build 50,000 houses for the homeless. Are you aware as to the contractors and how these houses are being constructed? Furthermore, are you aware as to how land is being taken to do this? Those people cannot ask the question as to why he or she does not receive a house but the colleague of a particular politician receives a house. This is why the right to information is not being accepted in the country as law.
You're with News First, taking a look at other local stories now. The preliminary investigation report into the attack on the Udayan journalist Gnanasundaram Kuganathan has been handed over to President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Director General of the President's Media Unit, Bandura Jayasekara, confirmed that the report was handed over yesterday. Gnanasundaram Kuganathan was attacked by an unidentified group when he was returning home from work last Friday. Kuganathan, who was admitted to the hospital following this attack, was transferred from the intensive care unit to the general ward yesterday.
A press release issued by the United States Embassy in Colombo today has strongly condemned the violence against members of the press following last week's assault on journalist Gnanasundaram Kuganathan.
The release from the U.S. Embassy Public Affairs section says that the U.S. condemns violence against members of the press and that America is deeply concerned about the recent assault on Gnanasundaram Kuganathan on the 29th of July. The release recognizes that the IGP's initial report has been handed over to President Rajapaksa and that the US urges a thorough investigation, bringing the perpetrators to justice. As well as condemning the specific attack, the release states that violence against journalists silences voices, threatens freedom of expression and undermines democracy. Kuganathan, the chief news editor of the Jaffna-based newspaper Udayan, was left in critical condition at the Jaffna hospital after the assault, although he is now recovering.
UNP parliamentarian Vijayadasa Rajapaksa says that if the attitude that the international community has adopted towards Sri Lanka continues, the country will be divided or, in the alternative, become a colony of China. He expressed this view at a function held in Colombo yesterday. The 14th memorial oration of Deshamanya Professor Nandasa Kodagoda was held yesterday at the Sri Lanka Foundation Institute. Parliamentarian Vijayadasa Rajapaksa spoke on the theme The Way Forward Towards Long-Term Ethnic Harmony.
ලංකාවේ යුද සමයේ සිදු බව කියන යුද අපරාධ සහ මානව හිමිකම් පිළිබඳව
The Western countries, including America, level allegations that war crimes and human rights violations took place in Sri Lanka during the war. If the politics as well as culture in the country and also the attitude that the international community has towards Sri Lanka continues, we cannot prevent the possibility of emerging as the 194th independent state after being divided. If that does not happen, in the alternate, there is every possibility that this country will be converted into a colony of China. We cannot undermine this possibility.
විකල්ප ලෙස මේ චීන කොලනියක් බවට පත්වීමට ඇති අවදානමද අපට සුළු කොට තකන්නට බැහැ.
United National Party parliamentarian Rosie Senanayake states that it is her aim to felicitate all women who have contributed to the development of the country, representing all political parties and civil organizations. The parliamentarian made this statement during the Istri Mela Sanakadiya, which began in Kandy today.
The Istri Mela Sanakili, which is being held at the Kandy City Centre, is being organized by the Istri Mela Committee. Many educational and informative workshops as well as exhibitions are being held at the venue. Many leading female figures from several main political parties have converged here today on behalf of the well-being of the female population to voice their opinion and to take them towards a winning path. We will be having workshops on the issues faced by the young people of the world at present. There will also be exhibitions as well as stalls showcasing goods manufactured by women and are endemic to the Kandy area. This will be held during the course of today and tomorrow.
Let me now tell you a story about what's happening elsewhere in the island. Several business establishments in Puttalam put up their shutters today as a mark of protest against the alleged abduction and subsequent killing of a former Grama Seva officer who served in the Madurankulli area in Puttalam. But this is how the towns of Puttalam and Madurankulli looked like this morning. Business establishments in the area put up shutters demanding that those responsible for the murders of Patani Razik be taken into custody. The deceased individual, who had served as a former Grama Seva officer, had been attached to an NGO at the time of his abduction. His body was found buried inside a house in Valachene a few days ago. According to our correspondent, the remains of the deceased were brought to his residence this morning, while the final rites were performed in the evening. The hartal had ended after the funeral. According to police, 2 individuals have been arrested in connection with the killing, while further investigations are being carried out by the CID.
United National Party parliamentarian Sajid Premadasa states that steps should be taken to address the shortage of Buddhist teachers in Sunday schools. The parliamentarian made this observation during a function held in Hambantota today.
Miners' accounts were presented in Suchigama under the patronage of UNP MP Sajid Premadasa today. I make a request of the current leaders to kindly present appointments to Sunday school teachers who have passed the Dharmacharya examination as per the cabinet paper on the 28th of October 2010. This should be done at least considering the 2600th Sambuddhata Jayantiya.
It is apparent that the authorities responsible for implementing infrastructure programs to develop the country do so without any coordination among key authorities such as water, telecom and electricity. As such, no assessments are carried out on the losses caused to public property due to this lack of coordination. Due to this practice, public property is often carelessly destroyed and people are forced to undergo much inconvenience. The people who use this road, which runs from Koswatta in Battaramulla up to the Gottatuwa Ambagaha junction, have been inconvenienced over a period of 2 months. This destruction has happened less than 1 year after the road was carpeted by spending millions of public money. Now, this road has been dug from the middle to lay pipelines to supply water to Kolonnawa, Kotikawatta and Mulleriyawa.
The road that was carpeted was dug yet again to lay pipelines. The road is yet to be constructed after pipelines were laid. We are greatly inconvenienced. We cannot walk along the road and cannot purchase things from a shop as they are all covered in dust.
Incidentally, this road is used as an alternative road to avoid traffic along the Rajagiriya Parliament Road. The Road Development Authority, which was aware about the fact that pipelines were to be laid under the drinking water project, went ahead and carpeted the road, creating another opportunity to recarpet it. Is the carpeting of the road being delayed until the entire road gets to this state so that the whole stretch could again be carpeted? Should the public be inconvenienced until such time? Chairman of the Road Development Authority, this is over to you.
The Information and Communication Technology Agency says that a national plan will be implemented for the development of information and communication technology in the country. The agency's Chief Operations Officer Roshan Devpur explained at a media briefing held yesterday that this plan takes into account the next 5 years.
A media briefing was held to create awareness about the National Best Quality ICTA Awards, which recognizes exceptional local ICT innovations and achievements. The award ceremony, which is scheduled to be held in October, is organized by the BCS, the Chartered Institute for IT Sri Lanka section, and the ICT agency. Innovations can be submitted by organizations, groups and individuals under 18 categories by the 20th of this month.
Going into a highly developed, highly mature, world-class ICT sector is vitally important in our journey towards an ICT knowledge hub in the region. Our country looks to transform itself into a dynamic global hub in the region. So in order to reach this goal and also continue with the successes and the momentum generated thus far from the ICT sector, a clear plan for ICT development for the next 5 years has now been finalized. The need to take the benefits of ICT to every citizen and make all of them a part and parcel of this transformation